YN struggle. The angle's bad. I need to be closer, but I think... Yes, that's him. Kim Seokjin, the serpent's right-hand man. Good, Seokjin, he's valuable. We need intel on his movements. Let's set up surveillance. I'll call for backup. Quietly, Jungkook said, analyzing. YN nods, maintaining her observation post. Jungkook discreetly pulls out his comm device, keeping his body low and inconspicuous. The tension is palpable, a silent battle of wills against the bustling city night. This is Nighthawk. Target confirmed. Kim Seokjin at the Serpent's Kiss. Need backup. ETA? Jungkook said, whispering into comm. Nighthawk, we're en route. ETA 10 minutes, be cautious. The voice over comms distorted. Backup's coming. 10 minutes. Remain vigilant. Anything changes, you signal me. Jungkook said, whispering back to YN. YN discreetly gives a thumbs up, her eyes never leaving the target. She observes Seokjin's every move, taking in details that might escape others. She's no longer the hesitant agent she once was. She's precise, confident, ready. The city's night is their weapon. Jungkook, he's leaving, with someone. YN whispers, almost inaudible. Jungkook tenses. Describe the person, he whispered back. Tall, broad-shouldered, dark hair. The way they move, it's like they are connected to the place. Familiar, YN said, describing the man. Jungkook frowns, studying the departing figures, a growing unease in his eyes. This could be a bigger fish than we initially thought. We follow from a distance. Keep your eyes peeled. Do not engage unless necessary. This could get messy, he said. The two agents move into the urban maze, the city lights reflecting off their eyes as they follow their target into the heart of the unknown. The wait is far from over. Int nightclub night. The air is thick with smoke, the bass throbbing. Jungkook and YN move through the throng, their faces impassive, eyes scanning. They overhear snippets of conversations, coded language about shipments, merchandise, and discrete locations. Arms deals, and something else. I think it's human trafficking. This is worse than we initially thought. Are you picking up on anything? YN said, whispering. I'm hearing whispers about the Crows. A rival gang, possibly. Or it could be a code. This place is a hive of scum and villainy. It's hard to be sure what's real intel and what's just gang posturing. We need that lead to their leader. Every word counts. Any luck deciphering anything concrete? Jungkook said, whispering back. They approach a group engaged in a hushed conversation, their words laced with sinister undertones. The usual route. Tuesday night, full load. The man once said, whispering. Be careful. The Crows are getting bolder. The man too said, whispering. YN, subtly, to Jungkook. Usual route. Full load. Sounds like a regular shipment. And Crows could be more than just a rival gang. Maybe a name for a specific transport or even a group within the Serpent Syndicate's operations? What do you think? Jungkook quietly, analyzing. Could be. Their caution suggests significant risk. Perhaps a shift in distribution patterns or increased security. We need to find out more about this Tuesday night thing. What's your read on the whole Crows situation? Suddenly, a figure emerges from the shadows. It's a large, imposing man, a syndicate enforcer. His gaze locks onto Jungkook and YN. They're here, Nighthawk and Nightingale. Take them out. Quietly. The enforcer said into his earpiece. The music seems to fade as chaos erupts. Security personnel, alerted by the enforcer, swarm Jungkook and YN, cutting off their escape routes. Nightingale, it's a brawl. Go left, I'll take the right. Meet at the back exit. Stay low. Anticipate their moves, Jungkook said, drawing his weapon. Understood. Let's get out of here. YN nods, already moving. YN uses her agility to navigate the crowd, disarming guards with practiced efficiency. Jungkook, with cool precision, eliminates threats in his path, covering Yin's movements. They're relentless. This is more than just a standard security detail, YN said, dodging a blow, shouting over the chaos. Jungkook, taking down 2 guards simultaneously. We need to create a diversion, now! Jungkook throws a smoke grenade, creating a temporary blind spot. The nightclub erupts in coughing and shouts, and they use this opportunity to break through the encirclement. Their skills honed over countless covert missions guide them, creating a path through the chaos. They sprint towards the designated back exit, dodging flying bodies and stray blows. They barely make it through the back door before the security forces pour out, firing shots in the air. Jungkook and YN stand on a rooftop, panting, adrenaline still coursing through their veins. The sounds of the city are muted, swallowed by the vastness of the night. That was closer than I'd like to admit. I thought we were done for. For a second there, YN said, catching her breath, leaning against the low rooftop wall. Jungkook, fixing his disheveled clothes, his face grim but with a hint of a smile. We learned a valuable lesson tonight. Even with all our training, even with our skills, we can always improve. Don't underestimate them, YN. They anticipated our moves. They reacted quickly. They're relentless. But so are we. He looks at her, seeing a reflection of his own grit and determination in her eyes. YN, nodding firmly, a newfound confidence in her voice. I won't give up. Not until we find out exactly what happened to Jisung and destroy what remains of the Serpent's organization completely. I want to know their leader, the one who gave the orders to have him killed. Jungkook scans the cityscape, a wave of exhaustion washing over him, but a steely resolve hardening his features too. The close calls, the shared dangers, the near misses, have forged a deep, unbreakable bond between them, one built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared commitment to justice. Their individual skills, combined, have elevated them both. One wouldn't have been able to accomplish what they managed tonight, alone. We're going to shut them down, piece by piece. We'll uncover their network, we'll expose their darkest secrets, and we'll bring them to justice. I am convinced of that. Together, we will follow their money trail, understand their structure, and then strike decisively, Jungkook said as he turns to her, his eyes searching hers. He continued, remember the intel we got tonight? The crows. Usual route, Tuesday night. We need to cross-reference those code phrases with our existing files. There might be something useful buried in those archives. Perhaps this relates more concretely to the human trafficking ring too, which we will pursue. In's eyes locked on his. We need to analyze this usual route thing further. It could lead us straight to their distribution hubs, maybe even the key personnel running these operations. We can compare it to past intercepts and known routes to piece together a broader map of their activities. Precisely. The leader is likely controlling everything from the shadows. That's our ultimate goal. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We will be patient, we will be strategic, but we will succeed. We have to, Jungkook said. They stand in silence for a moment, sharing a look that speaks volumes. The city lights twinkle like distant stars, mirroring the resolve in their hearts. Their partnership, forged in the crucible of danger, is their greatest weapon. Tonight, their mutual trust was tested to its limit, successfully. After that night, Jungkook trained YN harder. YN executes a complex martial arts sequence, her movements precise and powerful. Jungkook observes, his gaze intense but professional. Sweat glistens on her brow. It started subtly, a flicker of concern when she pushed herself too hard, a quicker step to catch her when she stumbled. It's more than just partnership, a shift in perspective. It's unsettling, this awareness, Jungkook thought. YN completes the sequence, coming to a graceful halt. Jungkook approaches, his gaze lingering momentarily before returning to a professional assessment. Good, excellent form. The sequence is largely technically sound. However, you were pushing your limits at the end there. Energy conservation is crucial in the field. Let's examine your breathing techniques again, Jungkook said. Yes, sir. This sequence is more challenging than it initially appeared, YN said, slightly breathless. Indeed. Remember the importance of controlled breathing during prolonged exertion. It's not only about the movements. Pacing and endurance are equally important. Take a break if you need it. Analyze what you could have done better. Then we'll assess those breathing techniques again, Jungkook said, reminding her. Jungkook's concern is subtly present. The clinical detachment is maintained, yet his instructions are now laced with a level of quiet care. He gestures towards a water bottle without making direct eye contact, a small, almost imperceptible act of consideration. This feeling, it's unexpected. We're professionals. It's logical to look out for each other. But the way she moves, her determination, it's noticeable compared to the others. It affects my focus. I must refocus, Jungkook thought. During weapon training, Jungkook subtly adjusts their positions. He guides her in a way that ensures her positioning is optimized, a small adjustment that subtly suggests a protective instinct rather than mere technical instruction. Your stance is almost perfect. You could improve by reducing any unnecessary movement. The speed will come with precision and experience. Focus on control, not power alone. Power is important, of course, but control is essential for precision, accuracy, and longevity. Remember what I taught you about adaptability, Jungkook said. I know the stance, Mr. John. I am concentrating. YN, slightly irritated. Exertion affects concentration. It is crucial for you to understand how to manage your physical stamina in addition to your mental engagement. You have potential, but honing this skill can still benefit you, Jungkook said calmly. I feel responsible for her professionally. It's my duty. But she's extraordinary. I find myself wanting to ensure she's safe beyond the mission's requirements, he thought. Later, after a particularly strenuous session, Jungkook observes YN stretching, his gaze lingering for a fraction of a second longer than necessary. Remember to focus on flexibility exercises post-training. It is crucial. Remember, stamina and endurance are crucial for long missions. Avoid any potential injuries. You performed exceptionally well in the last exercise, Jungkook said casually as he gathers his equipment. YN, meeting his gaze briefly. Thank you, Mr. John. It's inappropriate, entirely unprofessional, but perhaps a certain level of care is allowed. And perhaps this is not merely an awareness, Jungkook thought. Their bond deepens, the romantic tension remaining carefully subdued, simmering just beneath the surface of their professional partnership. The shared experiences in training and the field have created a genuine respect and a subtle, unspoken connection. The training facility is mostly empty. Jungkook stands in the shadows, watching YN from a distance. She's alone, practicing a particularly difficult combat sequence, her movements precise and determined despite her fatigue. Moonlight streams through a high window, illuminating her focused face, highlighting the sweat on her brow and the slight tremor in her hands. A subtle smile touches Jungkook's lips as he observes her dedication. He admires her strength, her indomitable spirit. Yet, almost instantly, the smile fades, replaced by a look of profound self-reproach. Her focus, it's captivating. The way the moonlight catches the sweat on her forehead, the way her muscles flex with each movement. It's a raw beauty, an intensity that draws me in. It's dangerous. It's been weeks since Lee disappeared, and these feelings, they've been creeping up on me stronger each day. It's not just loyalty or friendship blurring my focus. It's something else entirely, Jungkook thought. He watches as she stumbles, catching herself with a grunt. He clenches his jaw, a silent battle raging within him. He wants to approach her, to help her, to offer support, maybe even a touch, to comfort her. The thought of embracing her, of running his hands through her sweat-dampened hair, sends a shiver down his spine. He longs to be the one to wipe that sweat from her brow and soothe her aches. He longs to comfort her in every way he can. The way she bites her lip when she's concentrating. The way her eyes flash with determination when she pushes her limits. It's all so intensely human and yet so far beyond the professional relationship we're supposed to have. This mission, it feels consuming us both. It's tearing us apart, Jungkook thought. He shifts his weight, his gaze never leaving her. He sees the determination etched into her face, mirroring his own resolve for closure in this case. Yet, unlike his resolve, which is fueled by a mixture of friendship and duty, hers is a relentless drive of pain, sorrow, the burning desire for justice and revenge. It's not just sympathy, not just concern. It's something more. I've never felt like this before. Jisung. His disappearance has affected me deeply. But this situation with YN, these feelings, this situation is different. It is a completely different layer and type of torment. It consumes me, and it is threatening to overpower my objectivity, my judgment, my adherence to my loyalty to my job and my friend. How can I offer her comfort when I'm struggling with this myself? Jungkook thought. A deep sigh escapes him. He knows he needs to approach her. He has to be the support she needs, the partner she deserves. But this additional layer, this layer of complicated feelings, makes it so much harder. I need to help her, to guide her through this darkness, guide her on this mission. It's my role as a friend, it's my duty. But these feelings, they threaten to consume everything. I need to find a balance. If I want to complete this mission for my friend, I need to ensure she is well and safe, Jungkook thought. Jungkook and YN are practicing a close-quarters combat sequence. They move with practiced precision, their bodies a blur of motion. The air crackles with energy, both physical and unspoken. Their movements are sharp, their focus intense. There's a palpable tension that belies their professional partnership. During a particularly complex maneuver, their hands brush accidentally. It's a fleeting touch, yet the impact is electric. Their eyes meet. For a heartbeat, a moment stretched between two worlds. Their gazes lock. In that brief instant, time stands still. Unconsciously, Jungkook's fingers linger on the back of In's hand for a moment that feels longer, far longer than it actually is, and there is warmth spreading through their clasped hands. In's breath catches in her throat, her breathing almost suspended, her skin tingling around the point where their skin touches. Then, as swiftly as it began, the moment is broken. Both pull back, their hands retracting as if burned. A visible shock ripples through them both. Sorry, my fault. I should have been more mindful of my form, YN said, clearing her throat, trying to regain composure. No, my fault. I wasn't paying enough attention, Jungkook said, his voice slightly rough. The silence is heavy with unspoken emotion, hanging between them like smoke. They resume the training, but neither quite returns to their focus. Each attempt to carry on with the training only serves to emphasize the distance that has suddenly opened up. Yet, this same distance merely serves to highlight the connection that exists beyond their professional partnership. In their eyes, there is now something more than just mutual respect. Their mutual desire for intimacy is revealed. That touch, it was a spark, a connection made outside the logic of mission and training. It ignited a fire in me and revealed my true feelings. It's her hand. Her warmth lingers still in my fingers. I should feel nothing but guilt. For my friend, for her fiancé. Yet it feels more profound than that. How can this be? I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's wrong, terribly wrong given what we're currently facing, Jungkook thought. He tries to focus on the training, on regaining control, but his thoughts keep drifting back to the brief touch, the lingering warmth, the intensity of their accidental encounter. The memory of that touch sears itself into his mind. I'm betraying my duty, betraying my friend. Jisung's memory, her fiancé's loss. They demand my complete focus, and yet, I'm distracted. Each glance, each passing memory of her is beginning to consume me, and she is beginning to consume me as well. The guilt is crushing, but the feeling, the connection, it's undeniable, he thought. He observes her meticulously execute the remaining moves, each strike precise and powerful, yet now there's an additional layer of unease surrounding him. He observes her movements, yet he is also unable to concentrate. The raw determination, the vulnerability underlying that strength, it's all blurring my view, it clouds my judgment. What has happened to me? I'm losing myself. This connection is disrupting me. It's disrupting this mission, Jungkook thought. He forces himself back into professional mode, giving instructions in a calm, detached tone, but beneath the surface, the conflict rages on. What is happening? Why is this happening? Why is this mission so terribly distracting? The sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and purple. Jungkook and YN sit side by side on the sand, the waves gently lapping at their feet. Silence hangs between them, broken only by the sound of the ocean. "It's quiet now. Too quiet," Jungkook said quietly, gazing at the ocean. YN nods, her gaze following his. "Jisung. It's not just about Jisung. It's about everything. The constant fear, the near-death experiences, the weight of it all. And through it all, you. You were my anchor, my lifeline. The way you both looked after me. I've never felt this safe, this seen by anyone before, not even after his betrayal. It's overwhelming." Jungkook turns to YN, his expression grim, his voice low and intense. He pauses, his gaze unwavering, searching hers. He takes a deep breath, the ocean breeze ruffling his hair. "YN, I know you're grieving, and I know this is complicated, maybe even reckless, but I can't pretend anymore. This isn't just attraction or gratitude. This is something deeper, something that shakes me to my core. Through all the darkness, you were the sunrise, and watching you, even in your pain, I realized I've fallen for you, completely, utterly, hopelessly." Jungkook continued, his voice cracked slightly, raw with emotion. He looks at her, his vulnerability a stark contrast to his usual stoic demeanor. The intensity of his gaze is almost unbearable.